taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Social media land, YouTube, and of course the wonderful world of Facebook. It is time for the greatest show on this planet on a Sunday afternoon, and guess what? It's Palm Sunday, y'all. I am super excited about my phenomenal guest that we have on tonight with Uncensored Conversation. Go out there and go and share, care, and like, and tell somebody to come on and watch this show tonight, because we have the phenomenal, my good friend, my new colleague, Dr. Monique Prayerslayer Rodgers is in the house, and I am so super excited to have her with us on tonight. Dr. Rodgers, my girl, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I know you've been traveling and having a good old celebration time. I am just thankful that you took out time to be my guest on tonight. How you doing?
Hello, women of God. It's such an honor to be here on your broadcast today and to share with you and to come and to meet everyone. Hello, everyone. It's such an honor to be here. I'm doing amazing. We're on spring break right now, and it has been an amazing Palm Sunday. And I'm just ecstatic and excited about what God has to say to his people on tonight.
Yes, I am. I'm right there with you. I just feel like, we've had a couple of attempts to get you on the show, and for whatever reason, life happens, and we missed it. But one thing I can say is that you didn't give up coming to be on the show. You never said no. You just kept saying yes, and we would get scheduled, and it was just amazing. So I know that it is meant for you to be on the show. I truly believe that whatever God has purposed for tonight, it is going to be absolutely amazing. So I want to say to all of the guests out there, we're going to be putting up Dr. Rodgers' information here shortly so that you can stay in touch with her. And you can, if you haven't already reached out to her, look, we're going to tell you all the ways. She's going to tell me all the ways. Doc, you can put your information in at any time that you want to if I miss something, so that people can reach out to you. But I want to just kind of give everybody a brief overview. I'm not going because I'm going to talk to her so much tonight. And Dr. Rodgers, like I told you, this is just as laid back as you can get. There's no bars. You have the capability of saying whatever God gives you in this season, and that's where we want to go. And that's what I want us the good people of God to understand on tonight. Because we reach all people with Uncensored Conversation. So hey, y'all just get ready, because I got a funny feeling that y'all gonna get some information on tonight. So, Doc, I'm gonna get a little bit, just a little bit, and then we're gonna go right into the conversation. So, first and foremost, Dr. Rodgers is an ordained prophet, visionary, and intercessor, and she's an international best-selling author. Y'all better get ready now. She is a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, educator, and literary genius. She is a first year kindergarten teacher. What, girl? Shut your mouth. And she's got so many things, accolades out here. She's on Kappa, Delta, A. Amen, girl. It's my friend right there. She is got so many projects. She's got so many books, and we're going to talk about all of those things. But Doc, I'm gonna do this. If you could tell the people, if you could introduce your own self, what is the topic that you want them to know about you?
I just want you all to know that I am uh, an overcomer is what I am, and I am a daughter of God, of the Lord, and I am so honored each time I can share it with His people on where He's brought me from and where He's bringing me to, and the new beginnings that He's even brought me into in this season. And I just love the topic that you have tonight on uncensored conversation and being elevated and not tolerated, because I
Yes.
just see myself as like one that's a comeback from all the enemies tried to do to me in like last year and the year before that, how he literally tried to take me out of here
Come on
through
now.
two car accidents back to back. Like he was trying to leave me for dead, but I'm like, I'm determined that the people of God will come to a new place of prayer. The people of God will come to a new place of destiny in their walk with God. They will come to a new understanding of who it is that God has called them to be. Because a lot of times people are consumed by what it is that other people have said them to be. But you
Yes.
got to be who it is that God has called you to be. And I was just sharing with my godmother earlier today on, what is it that you want to leave an impact with the world knowing, and then it's like that you've lived what it is that God has called you to do, right?
That's
Because when you get to that white throne of grace, it's like, well, did you do what God? They're going to ask, well, did you do what I said to do? Are these things being done? And you
that's
can't
right.
have no sob story about you were out trying to.
No. Y'all stay with us. Dr. Rodgers is in a location, but she will be right back online with us. So just give us a few more minutes, okay?
Sorry,
That's
someone was trying to
okay.
call.
That's
But you have
okay,
to
Doc.
know without a shadow of doubt, yeah, that you have been chosen by God to do what it is that He
Yes.
has chosen you to do. That you're not just doing it to copy someone, but you have heard from the Lord. And I say these things as a prophet of God, because hearing from Him, you prophets receive direct orders from Jesus Himself. Like you're receiving it from God, and you're not just getting your dictatorship from man, but you're hearing directly from God on what it is that He wants you to do. What is it that you're called to do? So in this season, the Lord had me, in a place of praying and fasting to hear what He's saying, to walk into what He's saying, to do what He said to do, and to walk those things out and to do them as God has intended. Because you only get this one life, y'all, to live. Like
That's it.
I just had an aunt go on to glory that was a powerful intercessor that lived her life and helped millions of people. And I want to pass that. As she passed that torch on to me, I want to help other prayer warriors to raise the standard in their prayer lives,
Mm,
raise the standard in their walk with God, raise the standard and be elevated in your mind to go higher, elevated in your place of prayer to go higher, elevated in what it is that God has called you to do, to be higher in those things and not be in a place of complacency,
come on
aloneness,
now.
because God has called us to be higher, people of God.
That's it.
He has not called you to be on a seat of do nothing in this season. It's
That's
time to
it.
raise up. Listen, this is Holy Week. We're getting ready to
Come on
see
now.
see things raise up in your life, raise up in your prayer life, raise up in your business, raise up in everything. This is your time to get elevated in the things of God, that you're not just sitting in a place of do nothing, but you're now in a place of the fire of God coming into your life and causing you now to walk into a higher dimension. So that it
That's
is what God is calling for His people to do in this hour, is to be in a place of higher standard. Because He's like, come on, church, get right, church, and we're
that's
getting
right.
ready in a place of readiness constantly. And so many people are being I was telling a woman of God today that people are being so consumed with busyness that they're
That's right.
missing the chance to hear from God, missing the chance to pray and seek the face of God, missing the opportunities to be in the clothing place of where God is, and to really seek His face and hear what it is that He's saying, because there's so much that He wants to get to us. There's so much that He wants to say unto us, and we have to position and posture ourselves
Yeah.
for that. And so I would like people to know that I'm a woman of God that hears from God clearly, that loves to pray. I absolutely love praying. That is my lifestyle of which God has given unto me, is to pray, and that I truly, truly love God's people, and I want to see the best for them and all that they're doing.
Girl. See, this is why I told y'all. See, the lighting, y'all. I apologize for the lighting. It keeps going in and out. So they ain't nothing but check the enemy to get y'all take your focus off of what Doc is saying and focusing on the lights. I just need everybody just to zoom back in and focus on what Doc just said. Doc, see, I'm telling you, what you have said so far is already confirmation. It's already a
Yes.
place where I knew when we were talking earlier today, we were texting back and forth. I knew that there was something that was deeper in
Mm.
our connection. You know, we have certain
Yes.
things that we are similar in, but what
Mm.
you're saying right now is absolutely the truth. You know, this is
Yes.
the season where we as people of God are missing
Mm.
what God wants for us because we're looking at
Yes.
everybody else. We're looking at
Yes.
what we haven't accomplished and we're basing it about what we
Mm-hmm.
see somebody else has accomplished that we should
Mm.
have accomplished, but we ain't accomplished.
Exactly.
Or
Yes.
we're in that crab mentality
Mm-hmm.
where I gotta pull you down to keep you from getting ahead of me. But
Come on. That's
I've
it.
been laying
Mm.
dormant and haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't hold you down because you
Right.
decided to keep moving on and doing
My
what
God.
God purposed you to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so even I had a meeting earlier today, and I said to the person I was talking to, I said, you know, this is a season where I refuse to say anything but okay, God. I mean, whatever, God, you know, it's on you. You know, just give me heads up what I need to be doing. But even with
Yes.
that, sometimes that when you're in that place, you still feel a little shaky. You feel somewhat inadequate. You don't
Mm-hmm.
get to that place until and someone asks me, say, well, what do I need to do to get there?
Yeah.
This is a daily. Doc,
Yes.
I don't even say it's daily. It's a
Yeah.
second by second,
Mm.
process that we go through.
Exactly.
Nothing's happening like it's happening like that, but it's not for us to see it that way. And
Yes.
we can't give up. I mean, if
Mhm.
like you and I say, if people only knew our stories,
Yes.
what
Come
we
on. That's
went
it.
before, during, and after. If they only
Mm.
knew, then maybe they would understand why we still out here battling and we're still gonna
Mm.
it's not a struggle. I
Yes.
refuse to say it's a struggle. It's
Mm-mm.
just a part of the process.
That's right.
It's part of the process. To all of you that are tuning in, thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Peters, Lady Regina, Lady Kate. Thank y'all for joining us. Please share and invite other people to come and be with us. This phenomenal young lady, I tell you, I am super excited to have her in the house on today. But I gotta ask you a question, and
Yes.
you've probably been asked this a million times, probably,
Okay.
because as soon as I posted, the first time that I posted your name, somebody said to me, "Prayerslayer, she gonna stop people from praying?" I said, "Oh, hold up, wait a minute." Isn't it funny how people will take something out of content and not
Yes.
understand
Yes.
and are too afraid to ask, right? See, as
Yes.
soon
Yes.
as I said, oh, she gonna be one of the people that's gonna get on my, she gonna make sure I'm gonna pray like I'm supposed to. I went that, I didn't go to the part where you was keeping me from doing it, right? So tell the people, I mean, because I really did.
Yes.
I didn't think about it that way. I thought about
Yes.
you're gonna show me how to. You're gonna tell people how to stop holding back your prayer life, but move
Yes.
on with your prayer life. So in
That's
order for me to
right.
understand it, I gotta slay all of the things that's keeping me from praying.
Come
That's how
on.
I
That's
look at
it.
it. See?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. But I was asked that question, and I said, well, you know
Yes.
what? That's gonna be one of my questions to her. So you can stay right. So whoever
Right.
asked that question, I hope you're watching because now you're gonna hear the answer come from the doc herself.
Yes.
Doc, how'd you
Well,
come through that?
my account, my Facebook account had been hacked and I had lost my whole page and my whole Instagram. So I was like, okay, devil, I got something for you. You want to mess with my Facebook page? I'm going to come back with a new page. My new name is Monique Prayerslayer. And so I put that up there as a to let the devil know he's not gonna mess with my page no more. And I tell you, I have not been hacked since, not been
What?
bothered since. Yes, so I put that on there because that's my love for God is through prayer. So I know what people connotate like the Prayerslayer, may they think of it as like stopping prayer, but no, I'm like, I'm stopping the enemy from coming up on my page. I'm stopping him from coming to anybody else's stuff. Like, I'm stopping it through my prayers. So every time I pray, I'm slaying the devil in my prayers. I'm slaying him when he's trying to mess with things. I'm slaying him when he's trying to come in and try to challenge and mess with God's people. I'm like, come on, I got something for you. I got something for you. So
See,
that's why it's called Prayerslayer.
see, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. See, and I didn't even share this with you because
Yeah.
my page, my original pages got hacked, destroyed, moved away about maybe 4 months ago.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, man, I got 2,000 plus followers. I don't know how
Yeah.
to get in touch with half of them. They're not going to take no friend requests. And all of a sudden I was like, pause, freeze, God. Was that my indication that I needed a break? And all I could see was scissors. See, you're the slayer, but
Yes.
because
Yes.
my line with my business is I
Mhm.
have scissors that I pass out. So I said, oh,
Yeah.
it's time for me to cut a loose from some things and see
Mhm.
you slaying the enemy. And
Yeah,
I
I
said,
slay the enemy through prayer. Like every time I'm praying, he coming from something that messing with God's people. I got something for him through my prayers.
there you go.
Yes,
There you go.
yes,
Wow. So
yes.
so you guys are out there. One of my coaches and my good friend Charity Hartley is out there. Good afternoon, coach. She up in Arizona with the snow and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these people. But I am super excited because one of the things that I want people to know about you is that, and
Mhm.
please, I forgot to give my what do you call it, my statement of to my people. I guess. Okay, first of all, she is an entrepreneur. She has a profitable business. She will not quote prices. See, this is what I do, Doc. I make sure people understand from the get go. What Doc will not do is quote prices on tonight. If you desire to reach out to her, I will pop up her website again to you. You can reach
Mhm.
out to her, but she does have a business, and so
Yes,
she ain't quoting. She's an educator, so she gonna get me, y'all. She ain't quoting no prices on tonight. If you want to find out what her prices is, book a consultation with her.
yes,
And I say that because you are a writing coach. I mean, I
yes,
am and a life coach, and I'm a life coach with different
yes,
niches. And sometimes we get into the fact that we love doing what we do, and we give
yes.
away too much, and we don't get that revenue back. So that's just why I
Mhm.
like to tell people up front. She has multiple books. You can purchase her books. She can tell you all about that. But Doc, I want you to tell the people about the coach, the writer, the writing coach. Tell the people about that and what that.
Yes.
Give us a couple of nuggets on that tonight.
Yes, as a writing coach, I started this in 2020. I was working for Beyond the Book Media with prophetess Chanel E. Martin, and it just trained me on how to be a coach because I was a writing coach with them at the time. And then the Lord had me to start my own business with Write On LLC, to start working at my own as a coach and as a writer and helping people with their writing. And then he said, start this publishing company called Shooting Stars Publishing House. So I went ahead and got the EIN numbers, got the business started, got the LLC, got everything together and incorporated it and got it started and everything, got the tax information for it. And I was like, okay, God, we're ready to do this. And so we got little by little clients here, little by little clients here. And then we've recently just gained a lot of clients that have been coming into our business. One of the reasons why they are coming is because we have a special anointing on our business to get people to their number one bestseller. And that
Oh,
God has gifted me to help people to get there and to train them. And so what I do is I coach them to the finish line, help them cultivate what it is that they're writing and speak life over them, pray over them, fast over their book when it's completed. And then we launch it. We do a big launch and celebrate them and get their book out there. But it's a huge deal for each of our authors that have been Amazon number one bestsellers, have been extremely blessed by it. We've seen their books really take off and bless so
right.
many people. They've gotten a lot of sales from them, and it's just been tremendous seeing how it all has happened in the process. And the way I just give honor to God for it because He has instructed me on how to coach people properly in writing, so that when you write, you're not just writing, but that it's a actual it's a time to bring forth what it is that God will say unto his people through your writing. So if you're writing as a prophet, you may have a scribal oil on you, that when you're writing, that is one that's getting a message to God's people. If you're coming from a perspective of someone who's been through a trauma in your life, then your story then is going to be one that will bring deliverance to God's people from what you've experienced and gone through. That your story then will transform lives. Your story then will bring healing to people, and your story is now an opportunity for others to come out from where they are and be healed and delivered and set free. And so, whatever it is that you are writing about, I coach you on that place of where your writing is, whether it's a novel, a romance story, whether it's a story about where God brought you from. Recently, it's been a lot of prayer books that the Lord has allowed me to help coach people
Wow.
through in the area of intercession, and children's books, as because the Lord has blessed us to be able to help people with children's books. And so we had our first child author to come in. She's 8 years old. She'll be celebrating her birthday this week and launching her book. So we're excited about her. Journey Nicole Barker. We're so grateful
All
for her.
right now,
And
yeah.
so yes, she made Amazon #1, and so we're celebrating just what God is doing that. But in the coaching process of writing, our goal is to coach you to success and help your book to be one that is not just one that's sitting on shelves or people just get and they never read, but it's an actual book that has been processed and prayed over, fasted over, and then it's been distributed into the hands of people. It's not just an average book. It's a book that's transforming people's lives. It's a book that's bringing deliverance. It's a book that's bringing healing. So that's what we're looking for with our books.
Okay, see, I can't fool with you no more. We got look, we're gonna. I'm gonna have to cut the camera off. These people are not gonna be able to listen to our conversation. I changed my mind, y'all. This is not gonna be open conversation. No, I'm just joking. And the reason why I say that is because I'm in the process of some things, and we will talk
Yes.
more. So let me ask you a question, because you said a mouthful.
Mhm.
So not only do you coach how to write
Mhm.
and to bring that to the forefront, but you follow it all the way through the end of the publishing. So if a person came to
Yes.
you
And we.
and they say,
Mhm.
Doc, I just need the energy of writing. I just
Mhm.
need to help me to get that part of it. Do is it possible for a person just to come to you for one portion of the process, or do
Yes,
they have to go through the
absolutely.
entire process?
They can get coached. They can get we even have ghostwriting services, and I call it like book surrogate, because we're birthing the book out of the individual and helping them to give birth to their first book baby. So we've had a lot of people who are new authors to come to us for ghostwriting, and we help them through the process of writing their book and getting it out. And it's been tremendous to see how the Lord has birthed their babies out of them, and it's just like it's like putting them in the little incubator, seeing it come out, and then they're like all ecstatic about it when it's finished. And so we have cried, we've laughed together, we've shared stories together, and through the process, each author's story is always so different, and that's what I love about it. It's an opportunity to coach them. It's an opportunity to celebrate them. It's an opportunity for God to heal them, and it's an
Right.
opportunity also for God to do restorative things in their lives that they may not have experienced before, but they're now experiencing from their books and the coaching.
So, hmm. Wow. See, now you just done opened up a whole nother set of can of worms. See there? So that just means you got to come back. Because
Yes.
I have several friends,
Mhm.
well, I'm going to say colleagues that are
Mhm.
publishers, or
Yes.
they are, uh, they may not do what you're talking that you do as
Mhm.
far. I might just put all of y'all together and y'all have a author, a publisher, book person. I don't know what we call it. We would call
Yes, I would love
and when all of you
that.
back that give expertise that
Okay.
are, and not only expertise,
Mhm.
but have integrity and honesty and character with it.
Yes, yes,
Um,
amen.
and I'm gonna throw this out there because I'm a person that I truly believe
Yes,
in the honesty, the
yes,
integrity,
yes.
and the character of
Mm,
businesses that we operate. Because if I
that's right.
can't trust you, then I can't
Yes,
trust you. Okay,
that's
okay.
right. Yes,
If I can't
that's
trust you,
it.
you girl, you felt it. If I can't trust you, I can't push you, right? And
That's
this is the
right.
thing. And I come from a place, and I'm always interested in hearing. publishers, if you will, or people that are in that industry. And I can say this, it came from a hurt place for me.
Wow.
My first book, well, I have published a book and was not, I don't want to say this because I don't want to be ugly, because the person may have, the person may have transitioned and got the act together. How do I say that, Di? Did I say that right? Okay. So,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna leave it there. I came from a place of hurt where I don't think I wasn't treated correctly. I wasn't groomed correctly.
I'm so
And
sorry that happened to
it was
you.
such a process that I almost didn't want to write again, ever, you
Wow.
know, because I'm not a writer, but
Mm-hmm.
I know I have a message, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so it took me, and if she's out there, somebody hit her up and tell her that I'm talking about her, and I'm talking about her. I got to give a shout out to my good friend Lisa Dove Washington of Dove Publisher,
Yeah.
because she told me many months after I went through that process, and she said, "Don't allow one bad experience keep you from writing."
That's right.
And it took me some time to even do it again, but I want to say to somebody who is out there tonight, who and I'm pushing it tonight, whoever may be out there who may listen to this later, you know even if it's not Dr. Rodgers, if it's not Dr. Monique, if it's not her, if it's not Lisa Duff Washington, if it's not Katrina Home Reese, if it's not uh
Mhm.
I guess only three people y'all the only three people I can think of right now. Okay, because
Yeah.
it's not
Yes.
one of you all that you feel comfortable with and doing it, that's okay. But make sure that you do your research on the individual. Reach out to Doc and say, Dr. Monique, I want to have a conversation with you to see if we click. And say and do that, because and make sure you have your ducks in a row of what you want to ask, because you can only get the service and you can only get the knowledge of doing what you need to do if you ask the right questions. One thing I learned, Doc, again,
Mhm.
shout out to Lisa Washington on this one. One thing I did learn was I would never go with anybody again unless they did have a website or
Mhm.
some type of proof of
Yes.
what they did.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because we can refer people all day long, but if
Mhm.
their standings is not godly and it's not full of integrity and character, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying the person is bad, it's just that sometimes people don't know how to do a particular service all the way through.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we're both coaches, but I would never offer writing as a part of
Mm.
my niches, because no, not in my
Yes.
place. But at the same token, you need to be able to know that who you talk to has
Mhm.
your best interests at heart and is going to follow you through. Because even tonight, you're telling us, yeah, I can help you with
Mhm.
if you only want pieces of the puzzle, we can get you the pieces of the puzzle. But I am
Yes.
here for the whole long haul if you need me to. And so,
That's right.
y'all, reach out to my friend. The doctor is in the
Woo!
house on tonight. If you need her, if you're looking for somebody who is godly, but she's got some things going on, I'm gonna pop up her website. Go to her website. Doc, did I get
Go
it
to
right?
it.
Is that
Yes, it's correct.
yeah?
Thank you.
That's
Yes.
that's it. That's it.
Go to it.
Yeah.
Go to it.
Go to the website, and if you just tell them that Uncensored Conversation referred me. Just tell them so that I want her to know the people that I deal with are watching and listening, and they are ready to move to their next level. Doc, I mean, you got so much many other things. Tell the people a little about your books, the books that you have,
Yes.
because I'm telling you, I was looking, I was like, dang, I'm
Yes.
gonna be quiet.
Well, well, so far I've written 35 books. I've had an anthology that is called Call to Intercede, in which I'm the visionary over, and we have 13 volumes that are coming through that. God allowed us to do that in a short time frame, and I'm just honored of the Lord when He said, "Gather my intercessors, get them ready for the income." In time harvest of souls that is coming. I immediately obeyed. I got positioned and like we started getting it going. Went on Clubhouse, let people know like, hey, we have this anthology. It was only supposed to be one book with 20 people, and it ended up expanding to 13 volumes. So I'm like, Lord, thank you for the honor of being an anthology visionary and having all of these books come out of it. And we also launched Call to Lead, Volume 1 and 2, which has helped a lot of people as well. And then one of my top books that I've written is called Accelerate, Advancing in the Kingdom of God. That one came out in 2020, and it's the Lord allowed me to build a coaching program based off of that called
Wow.
Accelerating Your Life's Coaching. And we were able to graduate several students from that, some which were military, also a police officer went through our program. And so we've trained thousands of leaders to be successful in business and in ministry and in their the things that they're wanting to lead in. And they have been so powerful just to see all of the leaders that have come out. They've started their own businesses. They've trained. One woman started her own coaching business as well, and what she's doing. And another woman started doing her books and doing a lot of things. So we've
Wow.
seen so much, like ministries birth, things transform. It's just all picked up in an accelerated manner. And I was honoring God
Yeah.
for each book, because He said, daughter, these books are also going to be tools that you will use to help build other people with. So it may even be a book to building for ministry. There's books that build for business. There's books that
Right.
build for different parts of your lives of prayer. So there's different intricates of which books could come in, that these books are now being a blessing unto people. He even had me to do a devotional recently for gratitude, to help other people, to understand how to appreciate and thank God for your wins in life, and to
Yeah.
celebrate them and to write them out. So each opportunity in each book has been a blessing, and I've seen the hand of God on each book as they've come
Oh,
out.
wow.
It's transformed lives. I've sown books into lives of people. I've blessed people with books. I've prayed over every book before I send them out, and I really ask God, word is it that you want me to say when I'm writing the books? I lift my hands up, like, Holy Spirit, these are your hands. Let me write what it is that you will
Yeah.
have me to write. And I literally have become, my hands have become the pen of a ready writer, to write what it is that Holy Spirit is speaking onto me to write to His people. And it has blessed so many people. I've gotten a lot of testimonies from Accelerate. I've gotten a lot of testimonies from Calls into Seeing. All of the books were Amazon #1 bestseller. And so I just bless God. And I have another one called Falling in Love with Jesus. And that book
Wow.
was one he had me to write about my testimony of healing from eating disorders and from perfectionism and different places in my life. It allowed me to really choose God as my father, because growing up in a home with no father in a single parent household, it taught me then to rely and trust in God and to love Him as my father. And so falling in love with Jesus helps me to help other people, to show them that you can have your love walk with God again. You can renew your love wherever place where you are in, where you needed deliverance, you needed healing. You can fall back in love with Jesus again, and all of your things that you went through, God has mercy for you, and you can be
Yeah.
restored, you can be renewed, and walk things back out with Him.
And see, I just, girl, uh, I'm sort of like, you got me speechless, first of all, because so many things. And maybe some of you all don't know that. Well, you don't know this because I don't tell it all. But even with us trying to connect, it was like, we were kind of hitting and missing. And
Yes.
then it was like yesterday, their conversation, was it yesterday or today? Well, our
Yes.
conversation is like, whew, it was like, wait a minute, we've been talking for 2 years. It just
Right.
sounded like, and we were just having that conversation. But one of the
Yes.
things that I have always asked God through this process is that I want to be connected to people who want to see other people grow. And
Yes.
because elevated, not tolerate, means to rise above anything and everything
Yes.
that has held us and has
Yes.
caused us to feel inadequate and has done
Mhm.
so unpleasantly. But in
Mhm.
23, we are getting ready to be empowered, educated,
Yes. Come on
embraced,
now.
and educated
Yes.
to be elevated and not tolerated. So even
Mhm.
in 23, God kind of even transition what elevated, not tolerated meant. And I'm like, God, wait a minute. I've been doing this since 2019 with this phrase. What are you talking about? You gonna change it now? He says, no, I'm enhancing it. I said, oh, wait, you enhancing it. So now he says, yes, now we got to be empowered, and we got to learn how to embrace ourselves and others. And
Yes.
now we got to be educated how
Mhm.
to be elevated and not tolerated. And so as I'm
Yes.
listening to you talk, even if it's in business, even if it's in
Mhm.
our social life, even if it's in ministry, no matter what
Mhm.
it is, we have to have some tools. We have to
Mhm.
have the resources, and we have to have willing hearts like yourself that's willing to share, because there's a lot
Yes.
there's a lot of people in the world that want to keep the secrets to themselves. You know, they want to
Yes.
give it out in spurts. I think I was reading one of Lisa's posts today about her program that's coming up, and she says time to put away the petty. So y'all tell Lisa I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's time to put away the petty. And in 23, that
Yeah.
I really believe that's what God is wanting us to do. Put away the petty
Mhm.
things. You know,
That's
you
right.
may
That's
think
right.
there are people that only you can't that God has assigned to you that's going to come for you. And
Yes.
it
Yeah.
may be that they come through watching Uncensored, but that doesn't mean that I can claim them. This I'm just a tool. I'm a resource for them to reach out to you. And sometimes
Yes.
we, as people, we forget that because we get so in this mentality that it's about me. It's about me, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
about
Yes.
it's about the gifts that he's planted in us that he
Mm-hmm.
wants us to share with the people. And every time I
Yeah.
think about all the things that you are doing, it speaks of nothing but elevation. You are
Yes.
showing the people how to be elevated. You are embracing
Yes.
us. You are empowering us, and you are educating us. And a lot of people
Yes.
don't want to do that. They just want to hold things for themselves and not
Mm-hmm.
allow, because the gifts is gonna make room for y'all. I'm
That's
sorry.
right.
Let me just tell you, your gifts can be made room for you
Yeah.
if you are following the process that he has given to you. But
Yeah.
Doc, let me look. I gotta go back to y'all. Her bio. I was like, this is great. You know, whew, she been on this planet a whole long time than what she says she is. I'm just gonna. So you you talk about how you got on to several different platforms, and I'm just gonna want to touch on some of those.
Mm-hmm.
She's been featured in Heart and Soul magazine. Y'all, if y'all ain't checked out Heart and Soul, you better go find it. Um, she's been in My Story, the magazine, Keisha's Magazine's top 20 national authors of 21, Marquise's Who's Who in America 2021 through 22. She's also volunteered and including executive team for Lady Delivers Arise. So let me ask you this, Doc, because you and I know as being prophets,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we're needed, but we ain't wanted.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. We're gonna have a conversation after this conversation.
Like, yeah, I'm
But
gonna go when I'm celebrating and not just tolerating.
girl, come on. See, let's have five that in the spirit now. You know how we do. You know how we
Yes.
do. But see, this is the thing. So you have all of these. I'm going to be sorry, Dr. Seuss. All the places that we can go. You have been
Mhm.
so many places and doing so many different things. If you could speak to someone out there right now who is in the process in the, because prophetically, we give you pieces of the puzzle of what God has allowed us to give. But what would you say to somebody out there who is not in that realm, but they see what you have to offer, they see what different people have to offer, but they
Mhm.
don't know how to feel good about themselves. Like with my classes, the positive self-building course, I teach, that is what I'm teaching, how to build your confidence, how to build yourself,
Yes.
how to build your self-respect. But even doing that, sometimes people are fearful of reaching out
Mhm.
to do that. What could you say to somebody out there tonight that is they're in that crossover, but they don't want
Mhm.
to cross over, but they do want to cross over? And some of it's because of trust issues. Because hey,
Yeah.
let's raise our hands. I'm one of them. I have trust issues, so I still have to battle with that sometimes. So
Yeah.
what can you say to somebody out there who needs to go ahead and cross on over?
Yeah, if you're looking to build your confidence in any capacity and you're looking to find like someone to mentor you, train you, coach you, or what have you, I would just say, first off, pray about it. Ask God who it is that you're supposed to be coached by. And if it's an individual that you're looking to be mentored or coached by, pray about it first and ask God, is this your will for me to be coached by them? And then, reach out to that individual and let them know that you want to be coached. Go to their website, check them out, see what they have to offer and make sure there's a good fit for you and that person. And that's definitely the first way to do that. Another way is to constantly be working on your confidence by building yourself up in the Word of God. As a, I used to model back in the day with John Casablancas, and I've done pageants and different things of that. And so beauty was like a huge deal. Like you always in a place where you have to look good and you have to take care of yourself or what have you. And I noticed a lot of women that had self-esteem issues, had these things going on and different things, and that there was lack of confidence. There's all this competition to win and get the crown or what have you. But then at the same time, God wants to build that love for yourself, because if you don't know how to love yourself first, you won't know how to love anyone else. You won't know how to, go out there and accept love that the people are trying to give to you, because you don't know first how to love who it is that God has made you to be. And God is like, He's telling you, I'm crushed because you don't love who it is that I made you to be. You are beautiful man or woman of God out there. Celebrate who it is that God has made you. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am a good looking man or woman of
Come
God, and
on now.
celebrate who it is that He has made you to be. That's how you build your confidence up consistently. Speaking the
That's
word of
right.
God over yourself, speaking scriptures, speaking affirmations, being around positive individuals that speak life into you and not death. That you build yourself up consistently by being around people that love you. Because when we're just talking about being celebrated and not
That's
tolerated,
right.
you want to have a love circle of friends
That's
out
right.
there that cherish you, that they're not just out to take something from you. They're not out to just grab what you have and
Hmm.
never have anything to pour back into you. But you want to have people that love you, celebrate you, give to you. Come on now, you are a
That's it.
blessing to be given unto. You are a treasure that God has placed on this earth, that He has blessed you with the gifts and abilities in your hands that He's equipped you with, so that you can be a blessing to others and that they can be a blessing unto you. So, women, men and women of God out there, love yourself.
Mhm.
Love who it
Love
is that God
yourself.
has called you to be. Love what He's called you to do. Love what He's called you to walk into. Love the things that He has gifted you to do, because you are chosen and handpicked by God with those gifts. He gave me the gift of writing, not for me to sit down on it and brag on it and say, hey, I got this gift. Look at
Right.
me. But it's an opportunity to pour into people, pull it
That's
out
it.
what they have in them, and take the giftings that I have and pour oil unto them, that they may be able to receive of that and then grow into all it is that God has for them. Listen, you're not just called with a gift and then, your gift is just only for you, but your gift is to
That's
be
it.
distributed, right? What did God do with the people that were not,
Come on now.
the 10 talents, they didn't use the talents correctly? Your gifts are to be used and not to be sat on, and not to be just, sitting in churches for years and, you never do anything with them. But God wants you to get up, people of God, and do something with the gifts.
Come
So,
on.
so I speak to every gift inside of your belly
Yes.
on today, and I decree and declare the gifts to be stirred in you, that every creative gift be stirred, every writing gift be stirred, every singing gift be stirred, every ministry gift be stirred in you on today, that you will rise up and be elevated in the power of God that's inside of you, that you will walk into your calling, you'll walk into your destiny, you'll walk into what it is that God's called you to do, and you'll start seeing the hand of God on you in
Mm.
such a way that you will understand that you are called and chosen and handpicked by God to complete a work that He has called unto you to do. This is your
Yes.
set time. This is your set time of going forth. This is your set time of being used by God. This is your set time of doing all that He has called unto you to do. This is the hour that He's pulling His children out, pulling out His remnant, pulling out His prophets,
Come on
getting
now.
you ready for the end time harvest that's coming. Listen, your gifts have to be out there that you'll be able to help people with, your gifts that you'll be able to be used by God to help minister to other people in,
That's
and
right.
that they'll be able to see the fruit of the labor behind that which God is called unto you to do. You have been handpicked by God in this hour to not
Yes.
be a sit down, do nothing Christian, but
Come
you've been
on.
chosen by God to be up and out of it, to be up in a place of acceleration, to be up in a place of deliverance, to be up in a place of elevation, to be up in a place where you are not just tolerated in this earth,
Come
that
on.
everywhere room that you go in, that the favor of God chases you down. The
Come on.
places that you go in, that there's mounds and mounds of blessings stored up for you that God has given out to you in this time. And this is your moments of God that you will begin to step into that. You'll begin to go into it. You'll begin to experience it. You'll begin to see all that God has given unto you in this hour. That this, people of God, is your moment of takeoff in the Spirit of God. That He has called you now to be elevated. He's called you now to propel into your purpose. He's called you now to start leaping over bounds and not just sitting and watching other people take off while you don't. Listen, this is your time to take off. I had for Accelerate, we have a title called Ready, Set, Soar. This is your time to
Yes.
ready, set, soar into all that it is that God has called unto you to do. That you begin to take off. You begin to accelerate. You begin to go higher. You begin to experience the power of God in your life in a way you've never experienced before. This is your hour, people of God, that you begin to become elevated in the things of God, that He is taking you to a higher place in your books, a higher place in your business, a higher place in your ministry, a higher place in the things that He has for you to do, a higher place of all that you have called unto God in this hour to proclaim in the earth. It's time to get the muzzles off of your mouths, to get the chains off of your hands, to get the blinders off of your eyes, to get your ears unclogged, to hear what it is that God is saying in this hour, that as He speaks unto you, that the word that He's declaring, that you'll begin to speak it, you'll begin
Yes.
to declare it, you'll begin to shout it out, you'll begin to let people know what it is you're doing, and that this hour and time that He has instilled in this place in your life, that you will know that God has handpicked you, and that your confidence will no longer. So I speak over your confidence now to get up and stand up confidence, get up and stand up, men and women of God, get up and stand up in your purpose, get up and stand up in your calling, get up and stand up in what God has called you to do, get up and stand up in your purpose of what He has called unto you in this hour, that you are chosen by God with an assignment in the earth to complete, and you shall live and do those things. You shall not die but live, declare the glory of the Lord in this earth. It's time to get up, it's time to raise up, and it's time to be elevated into all that what God has called unto you to do. My God,
Mm,
woo, I feel God in this place. Woo, Jesus. Woo,
mm, mm.
woo,
Doc, you can keep on talking. I'm not gonna stop you.
woo, Jesus. Oh, I didn't want
To
to like
those,
take
to
away
those
from
of you,
anything that you had to say. Mm,
girl. To those of you that are just tuning in, to who my cousin, who I call my big brother, Elder Alvin Eccles, is in the house, and he has a show right after our show on his
mm,
page, and so we thank him for joining us. But
yes.
look, you are in
Mm,
everything. Okay, I'm gonna say it this way, sis.
mm,
As a young man back home, and we used
mm,
to say this in school, and now he's in the mortuary business, and we used to say he was really nosy, right? And
mm.
we used to say he is in everything but a hearse. Can I tell you what that now means to me when I hear that phrase? Because if you in the
Wow.
hearse,
Yes.
your journey is over.
Mm. Yes. Oh my God, that's
You in the hearse,
powerful. Jesus.
your journey is
Mm.
over. So you ain't
Wow.
in the hearse, but you are in
Yeah.
everything
Woo.
that Victoria Elevates is
Mm.
now processing and
Woo.
going
My
through.
God, Jesus. Woo.
You are confirming some
Mm.
things that have been dormant but have now
Yes.
arrived. You
Yes.
have now awakened.
Mm.
Okay, I'm sorry. You have now called Lazarus
Jesus. Mm.
to come
Woo.
forth
My God.
and shake off
Jesus.
everything that was dead and get moving. And I don't know who else is out there that might need to hear that, but it's time
Jesus.
for you to shake it off, because she's giving you the word on tonight. She has
Mm.
given you the horn. She is blowing the horn from God to
Yes.
tell you tonight that it's time for you to get in position, get
Yes.
off your resting nothings,
Yes.
your habits, your habitual habits of good or
Mm.
bad things,
Mm.
and now to position yourself to go to your next level. You can no longer stay in the places that you have been. It is
Yes.
time for you to move. She has given you the word on tonight. She has blown the horn, and He is
Jesus.
calling you out from that dark place that you are in. It is
Jesus.
time for you to move. This is the
Mm.
uncensored conversation isn't your typical, but we want to bring the unorthodox so that you may move to your next level. Doc, you have called Lazarus
Ooh, Jesus. Ooh,
Okay, I'm gonna do me like this. I don't know if y'all can see me. You have called Lazarus
Jesus.
to come forth. See, this is the
Thank you,
thing.
Jesus.
If you don't know who you are now, those
Mm,
songs that you will never, never, never know me.
mm,
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone because y'all too young for that. But if you don't know
mm,
what God has purposed in your life yet,
mm.
we are here to help you get to that place of finding it.
Yes.
We are here to help you get to that next. We
Mm,
are here to help you get to that your next. I want y'all to just stick with me because Doc will be right back on. She's in a location that she's traveling right now. So she's in a location. But I'm gonna say this to you again. If you are uncertain of who you are and what your next move is, reach out to us. We are available to help you get to that next level. There are many of us that are in need of moving to a different transitional place. And she will be back. It's just the systems. I tell you, the devil must be really mad because we've been really having some issues tonight. But that's okay. But at the end of the day, it's okay for you to move to that next level. It's okay for you to understand who you are and what you are and where you need to go. As I said in the live the other day, if you're not dead, if it didn't kill you, then you were meant to grow. If you have not heard it tonight, if you haven't heard it then, I hope you heard it tonight. If it did not kill you, then it's okay for you to grow. If it didn't stop you, it was meant for you to keep growing. And as Doc has told on tonight, there's some things that you got to get ready for. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back, and Doc will be back with us. So just hang on and take a look at this.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
So we are still waiting for the doc to get back in with us. We want to tell you about the things that are coming up. Next Sunday night on our guest will be the one and only my good friend Jamila Ross will be in the house with us on next week. She is a business mindset extraordinary coach. She is a singer-songwriter. She is a little bit of everything that you can imagine. And so she will be our guest on next week. So we want you to be able to join with us. And so in just a few moments, Doctor just logged in. She's telling me she's coming back. So y'all just bear with us. But I want to tell you about that. We do have Jamila. She'll be coming. She's going to be telling you about the events that she's got coming up. And so we want you to be a part of that. As I told you, we've got some good people that are coming back to Elevated, Not Tolerated, Uncensored Conversation. And so it's like y'all see how God just worked, just popped her right back in. That's how we do it. So next week we have Jamila Rouse will be with us. She is a singer-songwriter and she is a creative business mindset coach. She will be with us on next Sunday at 7:00. We want you to be able to join in with us. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so my Alvin's program is going to be canceled tonight until the next week. Okay, bruh. Okay. Well, you can stay on here with us for a few more minutes. Alvin, if you could put your name of your program out there, your sister is bad with remembering stuff right now. But his program comes on at 8:00. Some of you have asked me why did I move our uncensored conversation to 7:00. I did it because I want my brother. His show is 1 o'clock, and I want people to be able to interact with both of the programs. As I said, Doc, I'm not a crab. I love to push and pull people anywhere I
I
can go.
love it.
I mean,
Yes.
and if that means I got to shift my show to another time or a different day of the
That's
week, I'm gonna do that
beautiful.
because I believe in what
Yes.
he's doing. He is a awesome man of God. He has got so much in there, and I want to be able to continue to. Push him and his endeavors with his program as well. So to all of you that's out there, Jackie M is in the house. My girl Jackie M is in the house. We call her Hollywood. And so Hollywood will be coming back to the forefront. You're going to be seeing her coming back on Uncensored Conversation. She's going to give you some more information about all of the programs and things that she is involved in as well. Doc, I know we got about 6 or 7 more minutes. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
What are I know you got about 5 million programs going. I know you got about 5 million book launches going on. I know you got about 5 many different million sermonettes that you give it. I know you got about 5 million motivational workshops that you give me. I know that the doors are flying off the hinges and it's just the 1st of April. Girl,
Yes.
what is the current thing that you got coming up that people can join in and be a part of?
Yes. Well, on April the 4th, I'll be I'm going to post it tonight. I'll be doing another broadcast kind of like this. So I'll be on that on April the 4th with another woman of God. And then I also will be ministering in person in Atlanta for a prayer conference. I posted it on my page. I'll be doing that on April the 29th. I'm also going to be in a virtual conference that will be hosted by my spiritual mother, Dr. Elaine Harvey. So I'll be in that this month. And I'm also going to be ministering for a missions conference on April the 20th. So I have lots of engagements coming up. So definitely be on the lookout, everyone.
Yes.
I'll be sharing that information on social media so that you can come and be a part. And there's still time to register for that prayer conference. And then next month, I'll be in another prayer conference and I'll be ministering and doing different things. And so I am going to implement Friday night revival in the city. And so I will be coming to a city near you and hosting revivals around the world. So get ready for that. So the Lord has spoken into me to do that. We're going to have Friday night revivals and miracle services. And so I'm looking forward to seeing God's people changed and transformed. And we're also going to do some things on Clubhouse to help people as well. We'll be having Friday night revivals and different things. And so I'm just excited about ministry. I'm excited about evangelism and changing the world for God and helping his people to really get what they need in this time and hour, and helping also in the area of, I'll be doing a lot of things with prayer coming up. So we got a lot of prayer books that are going to be released. And so be on the lookout for that.
Yes. Well, now, Doc, that means that you got to keep tagging me on stuff.
Yes, I'm going to tag you.
Because you know how we rocking there. We're going to be tagging out there. I believe in just pushing people.
Amen.
Like I said earlier, those that are doing that have integrity and character and honesty. I don't mind pushing you. I don't mind sharing the platform with anybody. That's something I've always loved doing because I'm like my dad. I got a gift of the gab. I was blessed. We were blessed with that, I guess. So I love doing it. So please keep us posted on things that you got coming up. I'm gonna try to if I can't do anything else, I'm gonna definitely try to be with you on the virtual. Girl, I would love to just travel and be in person with you. I don't know. North Carolina in Virginia, we might have to bring the doc down here to Nana and let her do some things.
Yes,
girl, look,
yes, let me know the date and I'm there.
Girl, I'm telling you, as you talking tonight, I'm going, wait a minute.
It's time. We got ministry to do.
But we will. We're gonna be doing some. I'm gonna say we're gonna do some collaboration. So y'all just get ready.
Yes.
Y'all move on over. Let the doc have a seat. We're beside Uncensored Conversation. Y'all, we're gonna rock this year. But Doc, I'm telling you, you have so many wonderful, amazing things going on. And definitely we want to, Uncensored Victoria Elevated, Not Tolerated. We want to support you. We want to push you.
Thank you so much.
Please tag us. Let us know what you're doing, where you're going to be. You coming to North Carolina. I got tears in my arm. You coming to North Carolina.
You need me there, sis. I'll be there.
We're going to figure out the dollars and cents, and we're going to bring you to the city. and
Come
let
on
you
now.
do.
I'm in South Carolina for my spring break, so maybe we can do some things.
Look, girl, don't tell nobody now. You look, don't y'all be trying to find us while we at now. We working. We working. We doing some things. But yeah, we're definitely gonna touch your base. This is not your last time on Uncensored Conversation. I can definitely tell you that you will be coming back. It's
Thank
Jackie
you.
M and some of the others, Kay Clark, Charity Hartley, Dr. Peters. These are people that have been on the show before and they coming back. So I gotta bring you back, girl.
Thank
Bring you.
you. Thank you so
You just
much.
gave them a little taste on tonight. So we appreciate you and all of the great works that you're doing. Doc,
Thank you.
I usually don't ask this question, but I gotta tell people this is a young lady, y'all. Doc, can you just give them half of how an idea how old you might be? And I know we don't like that, y'all. Look,
I never tell anyone, but I am young.
wow, she younger than me. I'm 60. So you younger than me, right, Doc? See? Okay, so she not telling you. But this young lady right here, she has lived a lifetime and she ain't even 60 yet, y'all.
Yes.
She is truly that piece that we talk about of not living this planet and not giving everything that we got.
Yes.
This chick
Yes.
right here, and I don't mean that disrespectfully when I say this prophetic anointed woman of God, for y'all this prophetic anointed woman of God is doing some things that some of
Yes.
us would be going, wait a minute, how old is she? She younger than
Yes.
60, y'all.
Amen.
I'm gonna tell you that. She younger than 60 and she is not
Yes.
stopping. She's allowing and I'm gonna say this, Doc. She's allowing what she went through to
Yes.
help her get to because she's
Yes.
moving to her next appointed destination.
Come
She
on
is
now.
already
Yes.
international. Now she's going to
Yes.
be global. So y'all might as well just move back, move back, and let my sister rock and roll with you. Because I'm telling you, she is absolutely amazing. She only gave a brief portion of it tonight. I mean, really,
Yes.
die. I'm going to have to go
Thank
ahead and book you for
you.
your reappearance on the show just so
Yeah. Thank you
because
so much.
it's amazing. But Doc,
Yes.
tell the people we're going to take the last few minutes. We want you to tell the people
Hmm.
if you could just give them one nugget to take them into next week. We believe in goal setting as coaches. We
Yes.
talk about that. But
Mhm.
if you could give everybody tonight one goal for this upcoming week, what would it be?
I would tell people to never give up. Whatever it is that you're called to do, I've helped authors that were 80 years old. I've helped authors that are 8 years old. I've helped people in all places in their life. Never give up on your dream. Whatever it is that God has called you to do, don't give up on it. I don't care who's talking at you and saying you can never do this, you can never accomplish that. You will accomplish it. You will do everything that God's called you to do. You will go forth and be who it is that God has called you to be, and you will definitely walk it out in this lifetime, that which God has called you to do, so that you can be all of which He has called you to be in this hour, and that you will be elevated and accelerated into your purpose and potential to do all that God has called you to do. Don't sit anymore on it. Get up, stand up, live it out for God. You are now elevated into your purpose. You're now accelerated into it. You're getting ready to launch forth. You're getting ready to take off, and you're getting ready to go forth into what God has called you to do in this season.
Girl, that was so good. Look, can I tell you what I just heard when you said that?
What's that?
Elevated and accelerated
Yeah.
conference 2023.
Woo! Yes, let's do it.
Watch out, y'all. We
Come
coming to
on
a
now.
city near you.
We're coming to a city
Elevated
near
and
you.
accelerated is coming to you. Now we're gonna put that
Yes.
together. That
I
right there.
love it. That
That
title
is
in itself.
woo,
Woo, that's a
child.
book right there too.
That's a book. Well, you are the coach now. You the writing coach now. You the publisher, so
Yes.
you can put that together.
Yes.
But
We're gonna do
yeah,
it.
that we're gonna do it. Elevated and Accelerated Conference 2023. Ah, look,
Yes.
we ain't gonna wait till 24. We're gonna do it in 23. Doc, I
Yes.
am so honored that you could be my guest on tonight.
Thank you.
It is more than what you know
Yes.
I could ever say to you on tonight. And I
Thank
just wanted
you.
you to know that I appreciate you so very much. And we are going to be talking Doc, we talking this week, not next week. We talking this week.
Yeah. This week, yes.
Because we got stuff to do. We got dates to plan and all that kind of stuff. So, guys, again, my phenomenal guest tonight has been this beautiful young lady who is under the age of 60, the one and only Dr. Monique Prayerslayer Rodgers has been our guest on tonight.
Thank you.
This is her website. Write it down quickly because I want you to reach out to her. I want you to start sharing her information with people across the globe. She is international global. She is going places that she has never been before. Mr. Spock and what's his name? Kirk ain't got nothing on this chick right here. She's gonna beam them up.
Amen.
Next level. She's gonna accelerate us. And
Woo!
we're gonna help you
Yes.
just that. Because we want you to be empowered, embraced, and educated, to be elevated and not tolerated. Doc, we thank you so much. If you will stay with me, I'm gonna get the rest of these people off the broadcast so you and I can get the chat for a few more minutes.
Yes.
Guys, don't forget to come back next Sunday at 7 p.m. My guest is the wonderful Jamila Rouse will be in the house. She might even sing you a song or two if you act right. So we'll see you real soon.
Bye, everyone. Blessings.